Hello Aries, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It is Sunday the 1st of March 2026. I'm going to pull you guys a love tarot reading and I'm going to pull a relationship spread for you today, concentrating on those of you who are in relationships or not really catered for the single Aries, catered for those in relationships of any sort of variety, or relationships that might have turned into situationships, just covering relationships. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm going to pull a card for your feelings, their feelings, the connection, any challenges or obstacles, and the advice or the potential outcome, advice, just kind of rounding off the read. So let's get started, Aries. So for Aries in love, what are your feelings towards your person, Aries? What are your feelings towards your person? What does Aries feel for their person? What does Aries feel for the person they are in a relationship with? Okay, that one flipped over. So, the Ten of Swords, Aries. You're feeling quite betrayed at the moment within a relationship. Betrayed or in pain. There's some sort of feel like there's some sort of loss or an ending. And what about your person? Let's put that one there. What does your person feel towards you, Aries, in the relationship? The person that Aries is dealing with in love, in a relationship. What does Aries person feel for Aries? The person that Aries is connected to. What are their feelings for Aries in love, in relationships? Okay. Okay, so we have Judgment in reverse. So, okay, there could be a little bit of trouble in paradise on this one. Your person's feeling fearful, resistant to change, transformation, in denial or some sort of self-doubt. So let's look at the connection itself. The connection between Aries and their person. Can we please have a card for the connection itself between Aries and the person they are dealing with in love? What is the connection? What is the connection? Okay. 10 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, you guys are going through a bit of a hard time at the moment, it seems. Seems to be some sort of separation, disharmony. And let's have a look. So we've already seen the challenge, but I'm going to draw a card for the challenge just to see why that kind of energy is there, what's going on. And I'll clarify if I need to. And then at the end I'll do the outcome and advice at the end. But let's pull a card for the challenge, the obstacles. What's going on in the relationship for Aries and their person? What's the challenge? What's the obstacle? What's the challenge and the obstacle? What's the problem? What's going on? What's the challenge and the obstacle for Aries and their person? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so let's pull the outcome and advice. I feel like I need to do this now, complete it, and then we'll start clarifying. Yeah, I'm just feeling called to do it now. All right, so there's been something not quite right, not great, separation, maybe a breakup or some sort of conflict. But there seems to be a glimmer of recovery, hope, relief. So perhaps this is something that you're talking about, or there's hope to have some sort of harmony here, reconciliation. What's the possible advice and outcome at the moment for Aries and the person they are dealing with? The potential, future possible potential, possible outcome, possible advice for Aries and the person they are dealing with, and the connection and the challenges. What's the possible advice, possible outcome? The Knight of Swords. Decisiveness. Charging ahead. Making a decision. Maybe trying to make a decision about all of this. Trying to settle this. Stabilize it, or just close a chapter if need be. Let's have a look more at the connection. So let's find out a little bit more about that Ten of Cups in reverse. Why is the Ten of Cups here in reverse? What's the disharmony? What's the disconnection? Can you please give me some more advice about the Ten of Cups in reverse for the connection that Aries has with their person? What's broken? What's disconnected? What's the disharmony? What's the problem, please, for Aries and the person they are dealing with in love? The Three of Pentacles. So you guys could be talking about this, or kind of in communication, in conversation, talking it out, listening to each other, seeing what went wrong, how it's gone wrong, what each other's feeling, and talking it out, kind of getting over the moment, getting over any betrayal or any sort of things that have gone wrong. You could be taking advice on this from external, maybe counselling or relationship, marriage counsellor, whatever it is. You could be learning about what happened, why it happened, trying to understand and learn from each other about what went wrong and about how things could go right, how things could turn around and get back to a more positive, kind of unified energy. And tell me more about the challenge, please. Tell me more about the challenge, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The challenge, the Five of Pentacles in reverse energy. Can you tell me more about that? Why is it here for Aries and the person they are connected with? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here in its challenge for Aries and the person they are connected with? The Magician. All right, so that's good. That's positive. So there's a powerful kind of want there to create, to manifest, possibly a new beginning, or to turn this around, to make this situation better, to bring resolution, harmony, peace, to talk it out, to look at ways to move forwards, to stabilize this situation. But I am looking at your person's card, Judgment in reverse. So is your person feeling a little bit resistant or a bit doubtful that this can be worked out, perhaps? Is someone kind of not... I'm getting that someone kind of is a little bit in denial about what happened, or who did... Something happened and someone's possibly in a little bit of denial or resistant to perhaps talk about it or be truthful about it. Not so much secrecy, but sort of laying bare the flaws or the wrongdoings or whatever happened. Someone's a little bit resistant there, or they don't want to talk about it perhaps, or they don't want to be open about it, or they're finding it hard to come to terms with it perhaps. But there is the Three of Pentacles there, so perhaps they're a little bit resistant, but they are kind of coming round and sort of being open and honest and talking about it. So tell me about the outcome, the advice, the Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Aries and the person they are dealing with in love? Why is the Knight of Swords here for the outcome and the advice? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be to do with money, family, a long-term kind of commitment. Someone feels, now I'm getting this might be your person, Aries, they feel that something is too broken to fix, perhaps. They feel that it's too far gone, perhaps, or... And get a little bit more on that. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse for the outcome? The advice. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse? Oh, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. One more. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse for the advice and outcome? Seven of Wands. I'm getting a stubborn energy. I'm getting a stubborn energy. Someone, the person or someone here is resistant to, they're doubtful, resistant, but doubtful that this can be turned round and stabilized. And they're kind of, they're standing firm on that. They're sort of defending why they think that. Or there's an energy here of this, for some reason, this just can't be rebuilt. Perhaps it's a mutual kind of, it's come to its end. And the best thing perhaps for both people to do is just to sort of close the chapter and in a neutral, calm, mature way. Perhaps, you know, things like that happen. Not everything is kind of recoverable. And it's just time to close the chapter and move on. Because, yeah, some things can't be rebuilt. That's a fact of life. Or perhaps this is something that's been going on for a while, or it's been a long term commitment, where there's, you know, nothing's set in stone, no matter how long a relationship is for. Things change, people change, and that's just the way it is. So perhaps I'm getting too much water under the bridge. There's perhaps too much water under the bridge. But there's still that someone's still hopeful here. I mean, the magician is here and he's pretty powerful. So someone is still hopeful here that they can turn this around, regardless of resistance or what the other person thinks or doesn't think can be recoverable. Someone is very, someone here knows they've got, or thinks or knows they've got what it takes, that they can turn this situation around. They can make this happen. They can resolve this. This is mendable. This is fixable. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Aries. I'm not going to clarify or pull anymore because I don't want to confuse the reading. I'm kind of trying to pull a few less cards in my reading and do different spreads just to see how it goes. So if this resonated with you, can you please give the video a thumbs up? And if you have any comments on this reading and how I've pulled the cards, and was it, you know, just give me some feedback if you have any feedback for me, because I'd really like a bit more input from my viewers, just to let me know how I'm doing, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see less of. Obviously I'm really looking to grow the channel, so your input is very, very, very important. This is your reading, Aries. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like more readings from me, please subscribe to the channel. And good luck with whatever you are dealing with. Good luck, best wishes, and lots of love. Until next time, bye bye.